PRC, quality service since 1972. Repairing TVs, console stereos, electronic musical instruments, pinball machines, arcade games, and more. Call 836-0454.
This is the morning edition of the Weather Xtreme video. This is for Thursday, the 26th day of March. The storms of spring rumbling through Alabama. We've already had rounds of severe weather and flooding. More to come. And as this long-duration event continues, let's look out the window, and things are rocking and rolling this morning at 5 o'clock. There's a look at downtown Birmingham. Pouring rain. Now, a good chance by the time you watch this, the weather will be greatly improved. But a batch of strong to severe storms dropping through early this morning, producing some problems. There's the Inverness Skycam overlooking Highway 280. And again, rain very heavy there at 5 o'clock this morning. And up in Jasper, things are calming down. Earlier this morning, Walker County was actually under a tornado warning. We had a few isolated areas of rotation, apparently not causing any damage. But that did prompt a few pre-dawn tornado warnings. And there's our first wave coming through. Big storms lined up all the way from Paducah, Kentucky, down into Alabama with that first short wave. And there's the radar at 5:05. And you can see that the line, it's a linear type event now, running from near Oneonta down to Alabaster, then down to Marion. And again, by the time you watch this, this will probably be on by. And in fact, the weather will improve greatly today. The sun will likely be out this afternoon. Got a tornado watch until 9 this morning for the southern two-thirds of the state in advance of that line. And really, it's more of a linear type event now. Back over in Mississippi, yes, we had some tornadoes late last night. The most serious was near McGee, Mississippi in Jones County. That's below Meridian. And apparently there were multiple injuries and major damage. That's a very significant tornado, and these storms mean business. And remember, the worst is yet to come. We're not in that big event yet that will be Friday night and Saturday. Convective Outlooks, this is for today. A slight risk from really Interstate 35 all the way over to Tallahassee. And this is for the second wave that we'll be dealing with tonight. And the better chance will be down south for the storms tonight. Again, for the northern half of the state, it's marginal. We'll have a break in the rain this afternoon. The sun pops out, we think, and that will make the air fairly unstable. So when the next shortwave comes through, that will kick off more storms tonight. The better chance tonight should be over the southern half of the state. Tomorrow, got a slight risk over a large part of the deep south. Longview, Texas, all the way to Macon, Georgia. And we are concerned that there will be an enhanced risk in there. And again, you can see that 30% circle running from roughly Longview, Texas to Nashville and Birmingham. And within there, inevitably, there will be a moderate risk, and there might even be a high risk, depending on how the mesoscale features play out. The event will initially begin to the west and then move in here tomorrow night, late tomorrow night. And I'll say this, the latest GFS is definitely slower, really suggesting it will be well after midnight, maybe into Saturday morning. And then on day 3, the risk is from Alabama on east. And the enhanced look there, the 30% circle covers much of the eastern half of Alabama. So we're beginning to think the window might be midnight to noon. Midnight Friday night to noon Saturday for this big threat, as you'll see in just a moment. Now, the QPF chart. Now, this is in addition to the rain we've already had. I'm looking at my rain gauge here. I've had over 2 inches in North Shelby County so far. Let's tack on another 5 inches. So, again, obviously, flash flooding, and then ultimately river flooding will be a concern. And look at the watch warning map. Of course, all across the deep south, we have flash flood watches. All of Alabama except the Tennessee Valley, and a flash flood watch. And in the cold air sector, how about a blizzard warning for parts of southwestern Kansas? Goodness. Winter storm warnings up from Oklahoma City on west. Denver will be buried with snow with these features. Well, let's look at the GFS. This is at noon today. Again, that lead shortwave is lifting out, so we're going to see improving weather. The storm should be south and east of here. We'll get a break this afternoon. We need that. In fact, we think the sky becomes partly sunny today with temperatures up in the 70s, but of course that will destabilize the atmosphere to some degree. It's been worked over this morning, no doubt about that. But again, we'll have to watch out for more storms developing tonight, maybe a few strong to severe, with a better chance of any severe weather down south. Now, tomorrow, here comes our powerhouse shortwave back in the western part of Texas. Midday tomorrow, the surface low develops near Dallas-Fort Worth. Big snowstorm for the Texas Panhandle, western Oklahoma, northwest Oklahoma, southwestern Kansas. That's where the blizzard warning is up. We'll go to Friday night at midnight. And again, that's just a screaming severe weather setup there. At the surface Friday night, the surface low is near Memphis. And the concern for this period, Friday night, would be for any discrete supercells that form and some long-track tornadoes going on here. And that might be happening in the 6 to midnight time frame Friday night. Maybe after midnight. And then Saturday at 6 o'clock, the surface low basically going nowhere. It's just kind of meandering. And it looks like a pretty long night here. I'll guarantee you we're not going to get any sleep tomorrow night as the severe weather threat is still ongoing. And even at noon, the surface low is just drifting north. It's deepening. And at that point, the threat should be shifting over to East Alabama. And by 6 o'clock, the main threat is over into Georgia as the surface low is near Indianapolis. So, it's just going to be a long, long evening and night and morning. So we'll keep an eye on that. And then Sunday, we're dry slotted. That'll be a sunny day and a cooler day. Now, Monday, look at the next storm. That's a deep surface low there, 996 millibars. And another big snowstorm back in the cold air. And then Tuesday, look at this, another trough rotating through with another cold front. And by golly, there just might be enough time for moisture to come back for severe weather with that. So we might be dealing with something late Monday night or Tuesday of next week. And then Wednesday, we're back in dry air. A couple of days later, here comes another one, April 3rd. Another chance of strong to severe storms. This must be springtime in Alabama. And at the end of the forecast on the 10th, the trough coming at us, and we'll deal with that later. Obviously, we can't be very specific days in advance, but you can see the screaming message here is that the very active stormy pattern will continue for a while. That's it for the Weather Xtreme video this morning. We'll have notes on the blog, the next video by 3:30 or so today. And of course, we invite you to watch us on television this evening, ABC 3340 News at 5, 6, and 10. Again, thanks for watching. Have a wonderful day, and God bless.